guys, welcome to my Undertale video. So this is going to be a discussion about psychology and media. Today we'll be analyzing persistent depressive disorder and a character like Naps, the book from Undertale, created by Toby in 2015. So Undertale is a game about monsters who are trapped away from humans for centuries. It's a very isolated and magical society, and they also use outdated human technology. Emotions for many monsters literally affect their magic. For example, Napstablook, the character here, his tears when he cries, they are kind of like bullet attacks to a player in battle mode. His name is Napstablook. He is a very gloomy ghost, and he really likes music. He lives quietly alone in the waterfall area. So my diagnosis for today is persistent depressive disorder, which is defined as the DSM-5 as depressed mood for most of the day, for more days than not, for at least 2 years. In terms of a cultural context, in the underground, as I've mentioned, the human technology is quite outdated, so I believe there's probably won't be as much mental health awareness, or at least it's not very widespread in the underground. It could be dismissed as normal ghost behavior or hereditary ectoplasmic blues, something tied to the monster and their tradition rather than like a mental disorder. In regards to real life, there's higher diagnosis rates in high-income countries, possibly due to a difference in resources. And for stigma, I believe it's something that's decreasing. I think it's definitely gotten better, and for example, in my college, there's a lot of mental health resources. However, I think there's self-stigma is still quite common. For example, especially in men, depression is a leading health concern, but they're less likely to seek help from women. I think this is really sad, and I think we should, as humans, should try to help each other who are emotionally suffering. As for symptoms, Napstablook displays two distinct features: low energy and fatigue. When the player is invited to his house, he mentions how after a great meal, he likes to lay on the floor and feel like garbage. And he also is prone to kind of hanging around the underground, doing nothing really. There's this point in the ruins where he was pretending to sleep while the player was trying to get past him. I think this indicates a very low energy. As for low self-esteem, he's very prone to self-deprecation, apologizing a lot for his actions, like being awkward, or assuming that the player doesn't really want to see his house. As for now, the causation for low self-esteem and depression link is kind of unknown. Some psychologists think that self-esteem causes depression, while others think depression causes self-esteem, and that's something that needs to have more data on. One of the symptoms not met is poor appetite or overeating. This is because he, as I mentioned earlier, invites the player to eat and describes enjoying a great meal. This probably means that it isn't something that really affects him. My proposed treatment plan for Napstablook is a combination of psychotherapy and cognitive behavioral therapy. CBT is basically changing your negative thoughts into more positive ones or neutral ones, while psychotherapy is talk therapy, so talking with the patient about their emotions and what they're going through. This addresses his isolation and self-talk and is very effective for chronic depression. Another concern is that since Napstablook is very introverted, he likes to be alone, he might be a bit more slow to open up. Some barriers in the underground is that there's zero mental health services found, at least to my knowledge, from the player inside the game. The scientific and technological lag could contribute, along with magical emotions could manifest as attacks, and that might make therapy dangerous, so they would probably have to figure a way to help that. The book is actually a very accurate PTSD portrayal. He's very quiet, and then there's this chronic low mood, plus the symptoms displayed earlier. I actually really like him. He's personally my favorite, and a lot of other people like him too. There's a lot of fan art, and a lot of streamers smile when the more warm moments pop up. This proves that people with PTSD can be just as lovable as anyone else. Overall, the game reduces stigma and teaches empathy, even rewarding the player when they cheer instead of fight, which helps the ghost stop crying and say, "Today I met somebody nice." So yeah, thank you for watching my video. These are the resources. I suggest if you're watching and you haven't played the game, I totally recommend it. It's very fantastic and an emotional game, and I hope you enjoy.